Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today's video is going to be all about my two new piercings. I wanted to wait a little bit longer to make this video because as of right now neither of my piercings are fully healed, but I didn't really know what else to film this week, and also they are at this point I think about 6 weeks and about 9 weeks old. The two piercings are my septum and my navel. So I'll take you guys through the experience of getting them pierced and getting them healed and stuff like that. So starting with my belly piercing. So like I said, I got my belly pierced about 9 weeks ago, maybe a little bit more. And I had wanted a belly piercing for a while, but like weirdly enough not for my whole life. Like I don't know, I guess I always considered belly piercings to be kind of basic, and you know, just like your average like normie hot girl might have a belly piercing. So I didn't really see them as being particularly alternative. I don't think I really saw them as being like real piercings, which is stupid, I know. I'm kind of a baby when it comes to piercing pain, so I don't have that many. I had the idea in my mind that I wanted to get my belly pierced for like a couple of months, because at a certain point when you have a few piercings, it's like, might as well, you know? Like, it wasn't something I was thinking particularly hard about. It wasn't something that I desperately wanted to get, but it was like, yeah, I'll probably get my belly pierced at some point. And yeah, I just happened to be in the city on a Saturday night to a Sunday morning, and on a Sunday morning this one piercing and tattoo parlor in town has a piercing special. So I was like, well, I'm in town, maybe I should just check what the piercing special is, and if it's a navel, I'll definitely get it done. So I looked it up and it was in fact a navel piercing, which is pretty wild coincidence. So I went in. And this is going to be kind of difficult to explain. I will try to show you what I'm talking about. Let's say that this hairband is my belly button, right? I have quite a pronounced piece of skin on the top of my belly button. Like, my belly button is quite deep, and this piece of skin is like easy to like grab onto, you know? So I always was like, it'll be easy to get my belly pierced because of how much like easily accessed skin there is right here. And I expected the ring to sit like this through my navel. So like, here's my navel and this is the piece of skin that I thought that they were going to pierce. And I got there, I was feeling quite nervous, like a little more nervous than I thought I maybe would feel. And then she made the mark on my skin of where she was going to, like obviously where the needle is going to come out. And I realized that she was piercing a lot more skin than I initially thought. So like I said, I thought it would be kind of like this, and it was in fact more like this. So it goes through a lot more of your belly skin than I was initially expecting. And then I got really nervous. As soon as I saw that mark that she placed on my stomach, I was like, oh no, what have I done? But, you know, at that point, you just kind of got to push through with it. By the way, I have a big bruise here. I don't know what it's from. I'm just pointing it out so that no one else does. I would say the pain for my belly piercing was like close to the same as it was for my Medusa. It was quite painful, but I would say it was probably like a 4 for like a quick ranking really quickly. Definitely my least painful piercing was my frenulum, my smiley, easy, no pain. My lip piercing next, then my nose piercing, my Medusa, and then my belly and septum. So I didn't expect it to be that painful because like heaps of people have belly piercings, you know? But it was quite a difficult one. I will say that with the belly piercing, it hurt, and then pretty much as soon as the needle settled and as soon as she pulled that jewelry through, it was very chilled. The pain was not too bad. It hurt a little bit, it bled quite a lot, especially on the first day. It did bleed a lot. It hurt to like scrunch my stomach, so if I needed to pick something up off the ground, even just like sitting down. And honestly, the discomfort lasted like a good solid week. And it kind of transitioned from being painful to being really itchy. It was really, really, really itchy on like day 4, day 5. There was also a lot of bruising. I think I might have some pictures of that. I would say another big thing about healing my belly piercing is that you need to adjust to having a piercing there. And again, this is something that I didn't think about again because they're such common piercings. I didn't think that there would be a factor of like you actually have to be kind of careful with it because, hang on, I'll show you. So here he is. Hi, beep beep. So as you can see, I think I need to get my jewelry changed, by the way. As you can see, it is not fully healed. It's still a little bit red, a little bit crusty at the top there. But as you can see, the jewelry sticks out further on top. And I think that's down to the jewelry I was given, because the bottom one is really big and it fills my whole belly button. Like when I sit or anything, it really pushes this bar out the top. But generally the bar does stick out right there. So for things like putting on a shirt or like drying yourself with a towel or like carrying heavy things, you need to be really careful that you don't bump this. Because if you bump the bar right here, I don't know if you can see how big of a problem that would be. Because like I really do feel like I could just rip this right out if I just did something slightly wrong. Like if I just bumped that wrong, and I did a number of times, like getting out the shower and drying myself off, like bump downwards on that. So that's just something that you kind of need to get used to. Like you need to get used to just being a little careful with it. There have been times when I taped it up. Like if I was like I wore a dress that like zips down the front and I was just like, this is gonna be really uncomfortable, so I just put a plaster over it to keep it flat. Same like if you're going to be like, for example, in a mosh pit or something. I mean, there's no reason I should be doing that now in COVID times, but like if I did something like that, I would probably tape it up. So yeah, it has been a solid 9 weeks now and it is not healed. It's fine. It doesn't hurt or anything. Like it honestly just is crusty. And I really do think that a trip to the piercer is going to do me good because I do think that my jewelry is slightly wrong. For healing, what I did was, obviously I have a big bottle of pure saline solution. And I did clean it with earbuds, cleaned it right up in the navel area and outside. Tried my best to keep it really clean. When it gets really itchy, or if it's angry, or if it's a little bit painful, then what I would do is take a tiny cup, like a shot glass or something, and fill it with saline solution, and then like put it over my belly button and let it like sit in there, jiggle it around a little bit, kind of soak it in that, and it would usually feel much better immediately after that. Yeah, honestly, it's a tough piercing. I'm still healing it. I feel like if I retire any one of my piercings, I feel like the first one I retire might be my belly piercing, just because I've never felt more at risk of ripping a piercing out than I do with my belly piercing. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about my belly piercing. Now onto my septum. So here it is. Looks like this. And I gotta say, I love this piercing. I felt immediately like it was so much a part of my face. Like it even feels weird to look at pictures of myself before I had my septum piercing. I love it so freaking much. So I got it pierced at the same place about 3 weeks later. So this one's about 6 weeks old. Let's think. Pain, honestly, it was pretty bad, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It was about as painful as my belly piercing was. So again, I would probably put it at like a 4 or a 5 even. I would say that my septum was about as difficult of a piercing as my medusa. Although I will say that although the medusa was painful to get, it was really easy to heal. I did not have issues healing my medusa, except that it swelled really bad. But it didn't take long to heal compared to my belly and my septum, which both hurt a lot and have been really difficult to heal. I am not gonna lie to you. I don't know about your piercer or like what they're gonna say, but she had to pierce me with one of these, which I thought that I wanted a plain ring, but now that I have this, I'm like, this is exactly perfect. Yeah, she said that you have to do that for healing purposes. She also said that you cannot flip it up until it's done healing. Like until it's been healing for a while. So if you're wanting to get your septum pierced and you don't want it to be visible, just keep that in mind, because yeah, she told me not to flip it up. Although I have heard of people who get their septums pierced flipped up and keep it flipped up until it's healed, if that makes sense. I'm again not going to lie, guys. I love this piercing so much. I think it looks so good, but it was awful to heal. It hurts. It itches. It's right in your nose. I have another piercing in my nose as well, which makes it even more annoying. Yeah, and honestly, just like the constant like itchy, but you can't touch it. You're not even really supposed to blow your nose. It hurts. It hurts, guys. Like to even right now, again, 6 weeks later on, it hurts to push my nose up like this. I can, it's a little tender to go side to side. This side is fine. This side is a little sore. And up is a no. Oh, also it crusts up on the inside right next to the piercing, and if you, if your jewelry is sitting kind of skew and you like push it and one of the like little crusty bits on either side like pushes onto the wound, oh my goodness, it hurts. And if you like accidentally get bumped in the nose, dude, it hurts. Like, it hurts almost as much as it hurt to get the piercing done, to like bump it or bump one of the scabs. It hurts and it itches. So I'm not going to lie, it was super annoying to heal, and it's been weeks of that. It's still not healed. I'm trying oh, and now, so my piercer told me the day I got it done, she was like, listen, you're going to get something called septum stench. Don't worry, it's normal. Your piercing is not infected. And I was like, oh. But I didn't get it for like the first like 5 weeks, but I have septum stench now. It is normal, it's just a part of the healing process, but I think anybody who has piercings probably has smelled their jewelry at some point. I know this is super nasty, but it's true, it's true. But yeah, my nose piercings are in my nose, so I can smell them. And they smell bad. And obviously it's telling you like it's doing some healing and it needs to be kept clean. So if you do get that smell pop back up again, you just need to give it a good clean. It'll be okay. Another thing that I will say is that my septum piercing seems to have irritated my nose piercing. I've had this nose piercing for like a solid year or more, and it never really gave me any problems. But when I got my septum pierced, it seemed to have irritated the other side a little bit, probably just a little bit extra, like, I don't know, bacterial, whatever going on in there, and a little bit extra like activity with me cleaning it and everything. So it did get a little bit irritated. So now I have to kind of keep them both clean, which is fine because they're in the same area. I'm already cleaning there, so it's all good. Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, in conclusion, these two piercings have definitely been the most challenging piercings I've ever gotten. I would not discourage you from getting them. I like them both. I like how they both look. I think they're both worth it. And yeah, maybe I'll update you guys at some point when it's all healed up. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Yeah, let me just give you guys some close-ups. While I'm up in here, my septum is really well done. It is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit skew, a tiny bit, but I think it is really well pierced. And the mark of a good septum piercing is that it is snug against the front of your nostril. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. If you like me and want to see more from my channel, you can click the subscribe button down below, and I make new videos whenever I can. I also stream on Twitch 1 to 3 times a week at the moment, but it's in flux, always in flux. And I have an Instagram that you can follow, and that's pretty much it. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye.